everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tammy Doe, and today's episode, I'm going to give you guys an update on what I've been tuning in this past week or so. It's actually gotten a lot stronger, the energy-wise. So where I'm at right now, like my body is pretty open. I've done so much shadow work where I can tune in to an energy, right? So whenever I put on a ring, right, I would take on that energy. I feel my body taking on that energy. It's really interesting. Like this one is a star ruby. I put it on and I'm like, this don't give a crap attitude. Like, yeah, this like bad girl side Tammy, don't give a crap attitude. So you could probably feel the energy in my last few videos, right? I wear this ring. There's another one, a blue sapphire, blue star sapphire, where I put it on and I just get like all kiddish and like it's my child self coming out. So I'm like, oh, this is so interesting. So whenever you do a lot of purging, your body's gonna be more open and you just like adapt to these energies. So to bring that back, when I am wearing my Moldavite, guess what kind of energy I'm adapting to? And for those who are watching, if you're wearing a Moldavite, guess whose energy are you adapting to? So here's my theory behind this. Moldavite, it's a higher version, a higher consciousness of me, right? Because when my body's asleep, right now we're in 3D, when my body's asleep, it's in surrender. Because if you look into like quantum physics, it goes to like the very foundation of how we're structured. We're vibrations, right? The atom even goes smaller. We're vibrational beings. And so if you think it that way, when you're asleep, your body is like dense vibration. It's a vibration, but it's a very dense vibration. But when you're sleeping, your consciousness out here, it's going to adapt to the higher frequency, which is Moldavite. So Moldavite is taking your consciousness all the way to this higher frequency, wherever this is. So that's why quite a few of you actually reached out and said, hey, were you in my dreams last night? Or you dreamt of a Moldavite, or you dreamt like some aliens in your dream? Yeah, your conscious up there when you're sleeping. So I'm probably up there. It's like, hey, what's up? You ready? You ready? You ready to sync up and do this? But yeah, that's what I'm starting to tune into. So it's interesting. So if you happen to cross my path, we probably met somewhere up there, right? So I don't know. That's my theory. So with that, right? So ever since working Moldavite, like last year was like intense purging year for me. Just because I took on that like $13,000 program, and it's just like every week we're just on calls and everyone's like they're like uncollapsing their limitations, like all these. It helped open up so much for me where it's like cutting cords left and right. Like it's purge. And I didn't realize as I'm like cutting these cords, Moldavite is like pulling me up, right? Moldavite is a placeholder. Think of it this way. Moldavite is a placeholder energetically for you to reach that version of you. However, you are stuck down here because you have all these energetic cords with people, with like your home, right? Your home has a lot of your energy. Your car has a lot of your energy. Your career has a lot of your time and energy in there. So you're stuck with all these cords, even past relationship. If you were intimate with someone, right? You're opening up your body. You're taking on their energy. They're taking on your energy. So when you really sit down, and like go over, all right, where are these cords? Let's target all of them. What emotions? Where is it rooted? You start cutting those cords, then you start feeling energy. You're like, whoa, what is this? I'm getting goosebumps. Or you just feel an energy. I've never experienced anything like that before until I start doing my own shadow work. And it's very, very interesting because now when the other day I lost my glasses, like I really don't, it was literally under the bed sheets, right? I changed the sheets. It was under the bed sheets. Like, for me to find that is like kind of hard, right? And so I was looking like half a day. I was like, all right, I give up. And then when I got to the room, I'm like, okay, just be centered and tune in. And I start using my intuition test. And then it keeps saying, like, is it in the room? It's like, yes. Is it around the bed? It's like, yes. Like, I start asking, is it outside the room? Like, no. It keeps tuning in to, like, it's in the room by the bed. Literally within 10 minutes, I found my glasses. So this happens, like, multiple times, right? It's like, who's giving the guidance? So here's the thing, right? When you start doing the channel work, you got to make sure that you're a clear channel. And whoever you're tuning into is who you want to tune into, right? Because if our aura is like all with all these interference, we can pick up other people's energy or entities without being aware that we are hearing their guidances or their messages or they're messing with us. So as you step into this energetic world, it is not just like, a week thing you learn, a month thing. It is a constant purging process, because once you purge an area of your life, you see things a little bit more expanded. But then the more you purge, it's like, oh my God, now it's more expanding. Like, you're not only that your perspective on life expands, but your energy field also expands. So I noticed the more I purge, the more my words resonate on my channel. Like, it's been growing a lot this past year. And I just realized I feel energy so much more. I tune into the guidance, and like unreal synchronicities happen. And so I'm starting to wonder, like, man, I am tuning into this higher version of myself, this energy, because it's a frequency from space. So now you got that little gist about Moldavite, right? Wrap it all up. What I've been tuning in this past, I would say a month or two. When I first got in Moldavite, I started getting apocalyptic dreams. Like a meteor was going to hit Earth, or like tsunamis, blackouts, right? I keep getting these dreams and visions. And I shared in my previous videos, like, it was kind of scary. And I really thought, okay, if this is my ego death, then yeah, okay, it's an ego death, right? I don't know, it's an ego death. But then when it starts, the people around me starting these dreams. And then I think that was towards the close to the end of the year in 2018. And then all of a sudden one day my body just pulled up. A week, 2 weeks before Christmas, I just went to church, and I literally don't even know what happened. I got baptized that same Sunday, 2 weeks before Christmas. And that was my second baptism. So I thought that was like out of the blue, kind of weird. So that visions kind of stopped after 2018. I feel like there was a good possibility that it was whatever's supposed to happen was supposed to happen in 2018, but something shifted. So these dreams are starting to come back again. These visions. I'm starting to see 911 license plates, right? So whenever I tune in, if you want to tune in and you want to hear the message from the universe, go out into an open field, go out to an open space, like go around where there's different signs, different things, right? Because I noticed a lot of my signs came from car plates, license plates. Whenever I'm not unsure, whenever I'm unsure if, am I doing the right path? Is this the right thing? I would see synchronicities in number everywhere. Then I'm like, okay, I'm on the right path. But yeah, go out, be out, expose yourself to different things in the world, right? Because then the universe has more options to communicate with you. But now you got to be conscious of what you're tuning into and be intentional of what you're trying to ask or what you're trying to bring into your field. But so that keeps showing up for me this last 2 months. And now just looking back at it, when I first started this road trip, right, I talked to my shaman, right? I had a shaman. She had a Moldavite for me, and we're just talking about, I wasn't even planning on getting a session, but she was a friend from Vietnam, and we just chat, and then I was asking about ayahuasca, like all this, and I found like she's, very deep into this work, and so she did a healing cutting core session on me, and I was sharing with her, it's like, I just have this really strong hunch to like go on this road trip to grid all these Moldavites. Can you kind of tune in and help me guide me through the process? But yeah, this is like 4 or 5 months ago, and we just sat through it, and she helped me find a few grid points for where to grid the Moldavite. So as my journey continues, I start doing more work, and then I'm able to tune in as I get closer to that location. So far there's been 8, right? So in my current program right now, the 1 year with my other group, you know, we really stand firm in like surrender. When whatever, like when you start asking your intuition, you get this clear guidance, you get the answer, just trust it. Even though it makes no sense how it's going to happen or like what's going to unfold. But here's the thing, just trust it. Get clear on your questions, get clear on who you're talking to, and trust your intuition. And boy, that was about 3 months ago. And now I've been to like six states and graded about 8 Moldavites and 2 Libyan. So to put that on perspective, right? If I'm in this total trust and surrender state, then why am I being led to go grid all these points? Literally, I gridded half the US within the last 3 months. And sometimes when I share with you, like these Moldavites, there's so much energy here that I just do things without even thinking, right? Like all right, I'm gonna do it, but I have no idea how I'm gonna afford this, or how like where I'm gonna stay my next destination or where I'm even going. But the energy keeps pulling me. It's like just trust the process, and every time things just open up, things just magically fall in place for me to grid the stones. So, when I posted my video last 1 or 2, right? Some of you guys did comment that you are getting apocalyptic dreams as well. So I think there is a possibility that something may happen by the end of the year. December 21st is the message I keep getting. Again, right? This is a possibility if things continue to go the way they are, right? There may be a pole shift. So pole shift basically means it's like a magnet, right? When there's too much negative energy over here, the magnet becomes unbalanced and it just flips. So when the poles of the earth flips, then there can be massive tsunamis, earthquakes, fires. There's gonna be chaos, right? So that was the dreams I had 2 years ago, but now it kind of like starts surfacing again. It's just like this dual reality. When I share with you, right? I'm tuning into this Moldavite vision. It's like, oh my God, my dream comes true, and I have this Goddess Academy and this, I don't know, like a movie, and then I also get these other reality where, oh my God, shit's about to hit the fan. And so I'm fluctuating between 2 realities. I'm noticing this, and so here in Denver, the other day, something like really weird happened. Right, last week I just had this like strong rage emotion like overtake me. It was like I just felt really angry that week. I don't know for what, but things just kept piling up, and like, why am I so angry? And yeah, I just like I had to purge some energy out. Like literally, I went for a walk and I noticed like how often I don't allow myself to feel angry. And then I had like to go through my purging session, like just okay, what's underneath, right? Why am I not expressing anger, right? Because I've been so conditioned to not express, to like be the good girl, right? Always be the good girl, Asian family, good girl, right? So that bad girl anger side just never came out. And I don't know why, but last week I just felt so angry. And I just remember I did a purging session and I just released energy. I went for a walk, worked out, and like just punched some pillows, but the energy needed to leave. And so the next day, I noticed things started flowing again. I was like, oh, that's interesting. My body is trying to purge all this anger that's starting to surface. So I don't know if you guys who are out there are feeling this last week. I know in Denver, a few of my friends in the group are feeling quite a bit of anger as well. it's just a purge, right? The energy, the Schumann resonance is shifting so fast, so sporadically, that when these emotions show up, it's really important that you know to uncollapse it and like clear it. Because if it's stuck, like it's not gonna make the situation worse, right? You're gonna be stuck in this rage, piss energy, right? It's not good for the collective, this aggression, especially right now with what's going on with the election. So I kind of like not talk about this whole possibility of this D-Day coming. So I really just don't watch the news anymore. I just cut it out of my life. And then from time to time, like some of my friends in the group who came over, two of them came over and watched Harry Potter's last week. Just learn how to use our wands. And yeah, I was sharing with them like how I'm getting like these kind of D-Day visions again, or if they're tuning into anything. And they're kind of sensing it too, right? They really feel like this upcoming election, there's a possibility that maybe riots. So that kind of like gave me goosebumps. Like, oh no, like I've been disconnected from news and all these wildfires and like this election thing. The earth is gonna be very polarized, like very. So it's really important that for those who are waking up right now, who has a Moldavite, start purging, start releasing these negative energies to off balance this negativity that's being consumed with majority of the world right now. Even if it's not like anger and aggression with the election, it's fear with the fires, and I don't know. It's going to become very polarized, and it's really important for us as light workers to help transmute these energies, right? I shared like one of my like the more open we are, one of my super tuned in psychic friends, like before I didn't believe psychics were real, but then like now I'm like, oh my god, I think I'm a psychic. Like I start tuning in to all these energies and these ascended masters and angels. Like, oh, okay, there's definitely something here in the field. We don't see it, but you'll feel them when you start getting in tune with your body. And so I have one psychic friend who's we did a video together, the Moldavite experience. Her name's Rennie, somewhere in my videos. But the other, when I was visiting Cali and, when we're hanging out, some girls in a group, she, this stuff is pretty woo stuff, right? Like, Nancho invited to him before would not be, like, this deep into it. It's like, oh, I get it, but, like, whoa, this is, like, supernatural stuff. But she was just sharing, like, allowing the energy to move through her, and, like, she was burping, she's kind of, like, kind of seizing her body as the energy moves through. So what is happening is she's processing the energy for the collective, and it's what's being requested for her to use her body as a channel, right? And now that my body's being opened, I feel energy so much more. And like when I'm around people who are really negative, I just feel like either like it's kind of sick to my stomach, or like all of a sudden, why is my shoulder so tense? Like we pick up these other people's energy, and a lot of times we think it's our own. That was really interesting. So I don't know, for those who have a Moldavite, tune in to see like what kind of message you're getting. Regardless of whether this is gonna happen or not. Even like if you read Dolores Cannon's work, I've been following pulled to read her work in the last several months. So the last one I read was The New Earth and the 30 Waves of Volunteers. So if you haven't read it, I'm post a link in the description. So who she is like she puts people under hypnosis, and she would call on their higher self to ask like, why are they here? And so she would compile all these sessions, and what she's getting is like there's 3 waves of volunteers that are sent to Earth to help Mother Earth with her ascension. So eventually there's going to split between a new Earth and the old Earth, right? And so when that split happens, rather than the whole world going to crap, right? It's going to send a ripple through the whole galaxy. They're going to split the Earth from the new Earth, high vibrational energy, love and up, and the lower Earth, which is the low dense energy. And if you follow Ra's teaching, in his teachings, he also talks about this shift between the realms. So as much as I try not to like put out fear, I do feel like this is kind of like a warning, a message for us to really wake up and help transmute the energy. But really what's important is for us to heal ourselves first before we go out and like try to heal other people. Because at the end of the day, all you really need to do is just to be you. Like just anchor, purge as much as you can, clear the energy so that you become a very clear vessel to anchor in more light. And for those who wants to like go on social media, share about your Moldavite experience. A lot of people are seeking right now. A lot of people are being called to their stone. So just share the message, just help clear whatever you can. But if things don't change by December 21st, there's going to be a split reality, right? So the ones who are already like 51% or higher in positive energy, we're going to wake up the next day and just not have any recollection of it. It's like, oh, it's just another day. So we wake up that day shifting already to this new reality. The other people in the other reality was going to wake up and they're going to experience this, what it's like to be in that, I don't know what's going to happen on the split. The other side is split. So right now, a lot of us are being called to help with the ascension, to help people raise their frequency. But really first is to start raising our own frequency so that we can hold more energy to off balance this negative energy that we're about to enter, right? It's already here, but it's about to get much more dense very soon. So I feel like that's why the whole grid around the US, half the US, is because Moldavite's frequency is so high, right? It's going to help bring the vibration of at least half the US up. And that's where the forest fires are happening. So I think there's some correlation there, right? Because Moldavite's frequency is high, so it's going to help at least off balance that low vibrational part of the world or the US. And I feel like a lot of the star seeds are planted in the US. A lot of us are waking up. A lot of us are located in the US. So yeah, if you get feel called to your Moldavite, I'll make another video on it, on like how to choose your Moldavite, how to know like it's your stone. But other than that, I have the one I brought to the Garden of Gods and the Joshua Tree activated ones in my on my website, the Light Goddesses. And then I'm gonna start doing these healing sessions that you guys can tune into, right? But yeah, check out all the stuff is in my description. But yeah, that's the message. If you guys tune into anything else, I just don't know, right? If it happens, it happens. But I know we are set here to help with the ascension, so just do what we can. And then just don't spread the fear. Just know that, hey, this is a possibility. If things don't change, and this is a possibility. But we first start with healing ourselves, and then we go out and we heal others. But that's all I have for you guys today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know if you guys tune into anything else or anything you feel like it's important for us to know, right? And then we'll just go from there. But that's the message for today. That's all I have for you guys. Tammy Do, signing off.